Peace, y'all. Peace, peace, peace. What's going on, everybody? Frequency Healer coming at you again with another live video. What kind of live? You know, it's just on a recording. I got my brother from another mother right now. Another beautiful spirit and soul in this carnation of the third dimensional plane that we are all living in right now. And, you know, this is a lifelong friend, a brother. We have personal history and our own cool stories that we've interacted, but we've both mutually connected in health and lifestyles and fruits and healing and just a lot of cool different stuff. And so I thought it's very beneficial to bring him on the channel. I'm gonna be asking him some questions, let him explain who he is a little bit, but this is my boy Freedom Thoughts, and you know, the name is in the pudding. He speaks freedom, guys. He speaks thoughts that are powerful in knowledge. You know, I speak healing, and we're gonna combine the two tonight and have a impactful speak. So after that being said, you know, I'm gonna take it over to my guy Freedom Thoughts over here and kind of let him introduce who he is, and we'll take it from there. So
what's going on, people? What's going on? Like he said, it's your boy Freedom Thoughts. He summed it up. This is my brother from another mother. I've known him for a collective of 10 to 12 years. We've lived together. His family took me in when I moved to Ove Agua. If y'all don't know what that is, that's Oregon. And so, you know, my story is, you know, I grew up in the continent of Jamaica, you know, and you know, my family is Jamaican, you know, and growing up in Jamaica is very, you know, like what they consider like third world and such. And you know, all of that ideology is like very much like true, but it's third world everywhere. It's ghettos, it's slums, it's poverty everywhere. So it's nice as well in Jamaica as well. And you know, living in America now, it's the same middle classness of living in Jamaica. So my family was very middle class. You know, we worked, we had our own, and you know, and moving to America is very much the same transition. You know, middle class, and we striving and we getting things right now. And my goal, I feel, to come to be in my manifestations. I'm 29 years old, and what I've come to understand is like my gift is like the confidence. You know, I might not always have like all the information for you, but like I for surely got the confidence to help you find the resources that you need. You know, I don't know if you know anything about my guy right here, but he's a biblioteca. If y'all don't know what that means, that's a library, and y'all need to, you know, dig into the library, because the library is where we find the knowledge at. And you find the knowledge, you find the knowledge yourself. So self is always going to set you right. No, you ain't going to never set yourself up for failure. So, you know, and sometimes you might not make the right decision every time, but like your experiences is what's going to drive you and get you to where you need to. You might be in the lowest lows of low, but if you still have that drive and that spark within self, and you know of self, and you feel self, you gonna figure it out, and you gonna push through everything. It's like a seed in the ground, you know. We had this we not even so much an argument. It was like you know, a deep discussion where, you know, a group of us, we were talking, and we was talking about how like dirt might not have a purpose in this universe, but we come to find out that like dirt it has a purpose. It has minerals, it holds things, and it is a placeholder for the seed to sprout, to fight through the dirt, it's a battle, and everything such so beautiful, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that is what I learned in my journey of life, is like that's what I am. You know, I bring the confidence, and I bring the resources and the resourceful like drive to like get you up and get you back into your energetic self. Like, you know, there's no reason for us to be down and any form of like this reality. Like we're we capable of doing everything in this reality. So it just makes it very like crazy that we don't have more individuals like pumping out this information, but it's okay because we here.
We're gonna get there.
Frequencies and freedom thoughts.
So going in after that being said, I really am interested for you to explain how you got enlightened and what is your belief in how we are supposed to eat and what gives you confidence and strength on an internal standpoint to give you the confidence to live it out in the real world.
Okay. Well,
we're getting deep, y'all. Y'all better be ready.
Well, I've been plant-based for 12 years. I started about 2010, and what got me on the journey was my peoples that I had growing up in Chicago, and I met these group of individuals, you know, going to school, roaming the streets and stuff, but we always had a thing about us where we just didn't want to like fit into the societal like standards and stuff. So we always like wanted to like, if y'all wanted to rock Gucci, we wanted to like rock like our own brand and like do our own thing and like have our own like sense of like self, you know. And that testimony goes back to like us being Jamaican, and you know, in America, but being in Jamaica, we call it foreign. So like being in foreign, you gotta like act a certain way, you gotta like be a certain way. But like when you Jamaican, you know you stand on everything that is Jamaican. Like you don't let nobody. But being here is kind of like it's a limbo world. And so for me, 2010 when I had my individuals, I graduated high school and I was going through a time where I was lost. I was in limbo. I was finding myself, and my homies, I distanced myself from my original homies, but you always get back to source and you always find yourself. And I ended up, you know, reconnecting with them, and where they were at a time in their life was what I needed. I needed to, you know, move out of Chicago and get into a new scene, and that's how I ended up in Ave Ogwa. And, you know, once I came here, I was like, damn, it's a beautiful place. It's lush with nature, trees are everywhere. A lot of it reminded me of Jamaica, you know. It's very like green, it's very hilly, it's very beautiful. You know, and so when I came here, I was like, dang, like I don't have to like, you know, be how I was being in Chicago and stuff. But one thing was, it wasn't a lot of melanated people here when I first like got here. I seen a lot of very like white faces, Europeans and stuff. So I was very like drawn by that. I was like, damn, where are all the melanated people? And in a way, it pushed me into like finding like my community and finding like my source. And I found a group of people, and I found an individual, and he helped us move to Oregon. And from there, talking to him, he was plant-based. He transitioned, he was Puerto Rican. He transitioned to being plant-based, and where he was at with his knowledge, he helped me see that transitioning into a plant-based diet is better for myself. And so I'm transitioning from there. I go vegetarian. I start eating, you know, vegetarian style of eating, but it was very, you know, bullshit as well. It was pizzas. It was everything other than meat, but still like products of like animals in a sense. So like it's funny that you'll say like, oh, I'm vegetarian, but I don't eat, you know, I still eat some cheese and shit. Like that's still an animal,
right?
You know, that's still
eat fish or something.
That's still a byproduct of an animal. So like when I got more into the knowledge, I started to see that, and then I transitioned into just like eating fruits. Like, what's the worst? Like what's the worst that could happen? Like, if I just only ate fruit. I've been eating this way of eating, and it still has affected me. So like, what would be any different? And I'm trying to do something different in my whole life as well. So I was like, you know what, forget it. Like, I'm a transition into just like not eating fucking any products like of anything. So I just transitioned to eating plants, and I would make a lot of smoothies. I would make a lot of salads, and still some cooked meals up until I transitioned out of eating cooked meals. And you know that's my that's that. That's I don't know if I answered that question.
Yeah, okay.
So I can think of right now.
In that story, it sounds like he was lucky and blessed to get around an environment that spoke about what seems like a form of like kind of like an ancient lifestyle. It seems like something that is kind of being lost in our time. But there was a group of people that still believed in old traditions. Because if y'all, I don't know if y'all are historians or y'all ever looked up in history or whatever, but from my understanding was we were very in tune with nature. Whether it was a meat-eating based diet or a plant-based diet, we were very connected to nature. And it sounded like you got lucky into meeting a group of people that still kind of understood those ideologies.
In fact, yeah, everybody, it's a testimonial to the Slum Son. That's that's his name, Slum Son. If y'all don't know, look him up, man. He's a very powerful individual, and he's very knowledgeable. He knows what he knows. And he just set my mind right. Like, I was a lost soul, and like, just setting it up on like how you eat. Like, why do you eat so much of this? Like, why not try a different form of eating? Like, what's the worst that could happen to you? Like, and it just made more sense. Like, who gets more sick from eating healthier? Like, and who gets more sick from drinking smoothies? Like,
Right.
I drink like 3 to 4 smoothies a day. Like, just so like.
So let's talk about that, right? So this is a free talk, everybody. All right, this isn't scripted. We're just flowing and talking, and he may say something that may spark a new question that wasn't originally supposed to be on here, but that's how we do it. And he may say some things that who knows what's to be said, but this is how we do it, right? So after you saying that, right, that makes me want to ask, at what point did you start to feel the vitality of these smoothies, or did you feel like something strange was happening? Because most people wouldn't do that because they were taught that that's a lot of sugar going in you. That's a high amount of sugar, and that's gonna create diabetes or create these saturated sugars and body fat for you that make you gain weight and actually mess you up even more. So tell me why you were interested to not have one smoothie or a simple banana and strawberry smoothie, where you would go into what we call whole meal smoothies, and you would not just have that once, but you would have it multiple times in the day. So can you kind of go into that a little bit?
It's kind of like it was the transitional phase. It's you gotta learn, when you're going from a lifestyle of what you were accustomed to something new, you just gotta adapt to it. So what I would do is I would try to find stuff that would make like my like sensation of like feeling full, because that is the first thing that like you like really like feel the effects of. Like, the foods that like we think is like nourishing us is very like dense when it gets into like our systems. And so we think that correlates to being satisfied and being like what we call full. And in a sense, like, that's not really full. You're just bloated. You're just like, you've just intaked a lot of stuff, and it wasn't anything like nourishing to the body. And so like it was just the whole transition. Like I would go to the store at first and I would buy like one thing of bananas, and then my mentor, he's like, bro, you need more than one bananas. Like, don't you like don't you eat this all day? Like, what does a freaking gorilla eat? Like, it's not just eating one banana, it's eating multiple forms of bananas. Like, you want to get, like, you got to understand, like, you can't, like, think that, like, oh, you're just gonna, like, cut something out of your diet and then, like, just like not have to like reformulate. We gotta like rebuild everything back up. So like, you gotta like add the proper accumulation that you were eating in the same form. It's like I just drink it like it's a fucking smoothie. Like,
absolutely. and like to go kind of off of what he's saying too, like to add to that, like he's saying how your body rebuilds itself and you have to exchange the calories and the energy. They call it calories, right? We call it different things over here, but we'll get you up to speed or with certain things. But that replenishment and recycling the energy basically is what we're doing with that. So understanding that detoxing your body, allowing your body to metabolize things and to reorchestrate yourself to be able to absorb a whole smoothie and actually gain the energy and the vitality of that. It's very important to understand to do that, guys. And when you're doing that, I don't know about you, but I start to see different things that are still in the same imagery as everyone else. Like, for example, I will see a regular light, right? But in that light, I will see more vibrant colors in that light because my system inside is cleaner and it is allowing my information codes to absorb more information around me.
We gotta realize that all these products and everything that we use is plant-based everything. I got a little, unused bottle of like some soap and stuff like, but look what the product is displaying, a lemon. Like, let's think about these properties of what a lemon is. It's a detoxifying fruit. If you need something of detoxification, what types of fruits and veggies do we have for that? What types of foods do you have outside of fruits and veggies that help you detoxify things? Mm-hmm. You don't. And it's a reason why these fruits and veggies have these properties and these elements that they have in that these other foods that we eat aren't doing that. It's doing the complete opposite. It's making us have to go to the hospital. It's giving us these diseases that is called diabetes. It's giving us these diseases that is colon cancer, all of these sickle cells, all of these AIDS, all of these unnatural things to the body, and it's because we put the things in our bodies that makes it unnatural. We got to get back to the detoxifying products that they're having us buy to only put on the outside. Like, we need to put this on the inside, not so much soap, but the detoxifying properties that come with eating healthy.
Now, it's really cool to hear that because obviously that's out of the norm. Obviously that's not some normal stuff that we're going to hear. We actually think a cleaning product is making you cleaner. It's actually healthy for you, not realizing all the processed chemicals that you're inhaling and your hormone imbalances are going crazy from that, right? You mentioned something earlier that I want to kind of emphasize on, and I think it'll gain some clarity on why we believe in these lifestyles a lot too. You mentioned that the person that you were learning from, and when you were transitioning, you referenced like a gorilla, right? How if you look at a gorilla, the gorilla doesn't just eat one banana when it's eating, or it's eating bananas all day, right? And so now this is gonna transition into asking about why is it important to understand health about comparing ourselves in the jungle, and why it's important to compare yourself to a gorilla and understand if a gorilla is doing that, then the odds of health are high. It's good for you as well. Can you kind of go into that a little bit and where that belief is coming from?
Yeah, definitely.
Stuff like that.
And it's the understanding of eating with nature. You know, like the way we need to look at nature is its synchronicities that it has. It doesn't do anything to disrupt its create imbalance with it. We're the ones creating the imbalancement because we're the ones that have the imbalances within us and stuff, and we need to see that the gorilla isn't eating, and Dr. Sebi is the one that said that the gorilla isn't eating the food of the polar bear and vice versa.
Right.
And we need to understand what that means. That means that balance is there. The gorilla understands that its properties needs a plant-based diet, and we should see that our properties are of the same type of properties of those animals. Like, we don't have the same like features of a cat or an animal that is carnivorous. We are more of a plant omnivorous type of like livers, and so we need to see that. And I'm kind of
and no, that's dope. And like I said, y'all, this is off the top of the head. So if y'all expecting perfection, move on now, because we real over here, right? So,
but no, I got what you were saying now, and so we need to like see that like we need to go back to eating in our like naturalistic ways, and that is of the fruits and vegetables, because it isn't something that disrupts our natural ways. Like, please show me a person who's eaten fruits and vegetables and gotten more sick. Like, I want to meet that person, because I can like definitely say like they're not just eating fruits and vegetables. Then
and
they're
I gotta
incorporating
add
some little things in there, and they're they're throwing their system out of whack.
Yeah, I definitely got to add on to that one, because I already can see what the comments is going to say. Some people are going to say, well, fruits and vegetables do make you sick, actually. And I can tell you guys right now, you're right. They do make you sick, but it's not we are going sickness. It's actually your detox process, because the fruits and the vegetables are actually correcting all the mishaps that you are actually doing to yourself. So you guys call that, oh, well, the fruit made me break out, or the fruit made me bloated or something. And you think that that is actually what is causing your malfunction in your body, when actually it's combating what you did to yourself. And that's your body having its reaction and its filtration process to get it out of you. So I just wanted to add on to that, because I could already tell motherfuckers, no, fruits actually make you sicker and blah. No, I can prove to that.
It's a detoxifying thing. Everything right for you is going to like detoxify you, even in an element of like outside of like health. Like, the correct woman or man is gonna set you on a right path, is gonna give you the proper like loving, nourishing, and information that you need to be in a successful partnership. So it's like everything goes yin and yang. There is a reason why health of eating a plant-based diet is sufficient living. Like, people live a longer life eating healthier on a plant-based diet. Like,
absolutely. And to add on to combine some of my research, because even though me and him are both very enlightened individuals, and we have our ideologies within our ideologies, we have minor routes of different beliefs in the same codes that we follow, that allows us to come up with new ideas and differences within it. So what I'm going to add on to that is, when we're looking at the jungle, guys, because he brought up a gorilla, he brought up a cat, right? Everything about in the jungle has a breakdown of its digestive system and its physiology. You have carnivorous, omnivore, herbivore, and fruitarians, right? Every digestive system and physiology of that creature is designed to obtain one of those categories. And when we look at the physiology of these creatures in the jungle, like when we look at a cat or a lion, right? The physiology of that is a full fur coat. It has sharp sharp fangs, right? It has very sharp claws to penetrate into the flesh when it's hunting and eating, right? We don't have those kind of things. Like, yes, we have fingers that have minor claws, but these are designed to grab, pull, and pluck. They're not designed to penetrate into the flesh of something. So we have to start understanding that it's not that we're trying to tell y'all that fruit is the best way. It is, what we're saying is the physiology design of your human anatomy states
you gotta eat
that
with
this
your
is
anatomy.
what it is.
Eat with your anatomy.
And on top of the anatomy, it's also about your geographical locations, from what we've been studying and talking about all weekend as well. And so it gets really deep.
A system in this world has created a barrier where we have to go to institutions to fend for things that should just be natural to our way of living. We should just be able to have our own farms, land, and
right.
But we are in a system that is controlling those things, and I don't know. I just don't understand.
It's tricky, y'all. It's tricky, and that's tricky. Why I'm starting this channel for everyone. I want everybody to start seeing that there are different ideas out there, are different beliefs, because what he started to express right there was a form of the mental chains that we put barriers on ourselves about control and what our possibilities are within us. And that's what the power of going back to fruitarian, getting back to eating with nature does. It allows you to break free from these mental controls.
Nature is imbalanced. It is in perfect balance. We have to see that. We are the ones that create the imbalance in nature. So when you get back to eating of nature, you rebalance yourself out.
Now, here's a question I want to ask you, because I've heard mixed things in this one. I've went to religions and seen mixed things in this. I've seen it from regular people talking in and out, and then even in cultures. Do you believe human beings are animals?
I believe that we are all byproducts of everything. Something such as the minerals that are in dirt can be found within our cells as well. So does that mean that I'm dirt? No, it doesn't mean that I'm dirt, but it means that I'm a byproduct of the dirt. We are all byproducts of everything. We all have the anatomy features of everything. So we are all, I am that I am. We are all this everything. Everything is us, and us is everything.
That was a beautiful response.
We are everything mashed into a being called a human being. Like, you are seeing me, but you're also seeing dirt. You're also seeing water. You're also seeing tree. You're also seeing fire. You're also seeing a spirit. You're also seeing a vessel. You're also seeing, a rock. Like, all of these minerals are me. You're also
and my
seeing
boy's a Capricorn, by the way.
You're also that we could get into that conversation. The zodiac signs, like, I'm a Capricorn. What is a Capricorn? It is a half goat, half sea fish. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all are everything. Like, we need, and this kind of go off into a different topic.
It's all a part of it, dog.
We all are everything, and we have this problem in our society where we think that things need to, like, if it is like, because we all are everything, but everything is of difference. But the difference doesn't mean it needs to be divided. And the division, you can look at it in the jungle. The jungle has the hierarchies. The animals get ate by the other animals, but there is other things happening as well. The lion's just not slaughtering everything in the jungle. It knows its point. It knows when to eat. It's not over consuming. We are the over consumers. We're the ones that have the problem, because we don't respect the everything that we're from. So we just consume it. We consume it instead of respecting it. And that's our problem.
And beautiful response. And that was the reason why I asked this question, because most people believe that they are carnivores or that they can eat animals, because I've heard the belief that they don't believe that they're animals.
You can eat animals.
We're human
Trust me.
beings.
Like, I'm saying, like, you can eat animals. Like, it is possible. I put something in my mouth, I can eat it. Like, for sure. Is it good for you? Is it nourishing your body? Is it helping this skeletal anatomy that is you? No, it's not helping. It's going to break you down. It's going to make you weaker. And it is proven every single second. It's not even every day. Every single second.
Like, we got tons of research, experience, and references of just explaining to you how much parasites, acids, and stuff are coming from certain meats and processed foods and stuff like that, guys. So it's not that we're trying to say like a lifestyle is better than the other. We're talking about health. I don't care if you want to be happy or not. You deserve the right to be healthy. You deserve the right to have a full functioning body, and that requires you, though, to understand your physiology and understand your role in this matrix that we call the world, earth, nature, whatever you like. We're in a corporate system, but we are still in nature as well, and I feel like we are madly disrespecting that. And like he was saying, you can eat it, you can do whatever you want. We were given the power of free will and choice, but are we understanding the consequences that come with these choices?
All things consumed isn't good.
It was funny. Somebody said to me, when you eat death, death eats you. And let's look at the physiology of this, y'all. When I eat a fruit, right? Like I'll take a berry, right? I eat that berry goes in, and it's so high in antioxidants and so high in oxygen that the moment it goes in my system, it starts breaking down and giving my body minerals to start hunting down acids and foreign entities and parasitics in my body, right? And that's going to give me vitality, rejuvenation, right? Versus if I eat some chicken or something like that, right? I can consume that, but what's happening in the physiology of my body is your digestive system is now spending 5 times, even more, the effort and the time it takes to require to break down that food.
And that's where we get the itis from, you know. If it makes you sluggy, it makes you, and that shows. Guys. And why does that do? We don't consciously process what we eat, and that's a form of eating as well. That is a habit that we need to break as well. We need to get back to seeing what the things that we put in our mouth, how it affects us in the long run, because what we put in comes out of us. So
absolutely. like when you are eating the death, so to speak, right? Like, look how nature works. This is how beautiful nature works. When you eat healing modalities, it heals your body. But when you eat death kills you on the body. It's all karmatic energies, guys. So you got to understand the consequences. Right? Think about it. You are eating another animal, right? But then that animal starts to eat you on the inside. Why? Because it creates acids in your body. So that's the karmatic energy. The pig and the cow and the shit isn't worried about you eating it. It's going to get you later on. It's going to come back on those acids when you're on the toilet and your whole intestinal tract is burning up because it's so inflamed and it's so backed up and your whole lymphatic system hasn't a chance to clean itself out yet. So y'all can challenge us all y'all want, but we're talking about physiology here. I'm just talking about the anatomy of what we were born into.
We're just here to bring the light to the people in any shape or form. It's not about trying to prove anything to anybody. I'm not here to prove anything. I hope everybody challenges everything that I say all the time, because I want to be enlightened myself. I don't have all the answers, but I have the path and I have the understanding of what I have, and I understand that health is everything. Everything is health.
Everything. Like, guys,
that
like,
goes into many categories. Health isn't just your physical. Health is your spiritual. Health is your relationship. Health is how you articulate. Health is how you sleep. Health is how you go to the bathroom. Health is how you work. Health is how you generate currency for yourself. Health is how electrical your body is. Health isn't just a little thing. Health is everything.
Like, at what point in society, who taught us that when we're eating food, it is about getting full?
Yeah.
Who taught us that?
A consumer business-based society.
Right, guys? Like, we gotta understand that we are eating and drinking things because we are trying to get energy. So let's break that down. We are on the search for energy, guys. It's not about food, getting full, consumption. You are on the search to raise your vibration and get energy. So that is why you need alkaline, high vibrant, whole plant-based foods, because these things have informational codes that are stored from ancestral times through the sun and through the nature and in the dirt and in the sea, grows into the tree, sprouted from the leaves and the branches, and it falls down in this big colorful and for everyone who hates on fruits too, out of the jungle, where else do you see such a vibrant, colorful piece of consumption other than a fruit? Like why are we hating on fruit so much when there is nothing in the jungle or on your plate? If you eat meat, your meat looks like a dark brown, or if you're eating some clear chicken, a very light pale color. There is no vibration to that, but you take a lumptious orange or pineapple or pear, or where do you get these colors from? Y'all ever thought about that? Like, where are these vibrations coming from, guys? This is some real deep knowledge that we weren't taught. And we're just gonna shine a little bit of light on that, because y'all gotta do y'all research too. Y'all gotta figure out what y'all want to do with yourselves and your own health patterns and stuff like that. But what I gotta tell y'all is, learn it from the base of your physiology though. Stop trying to figure it out from what people are telling you, from what I was raised by my family, from what this college is telling me, from what this people are telling me. Go out and do the research yourself. Go try to eat some fruits for not just a day or a week or even a month. Go try it for a couple years. It's funny how
give yourself a chance.
You know what I'm saying? It's funny how we
challenge yourself.
Eat meat-based American diet for 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, 50 years, and then we give ourselves the detox 2 weeks a day. And we're like, oh, it don't work no more. Oh, it didn't work for me. Right now. It's like, come on, guys. We got to start getting back in tune with the physiology of how the mechanics work of stuff. Don't just give all this knowledge to the doctors because you don't want to spend some effort to research your body. Guys, this stuff isn't hard to figure out. You have 11 body systems, a 12th one if you want to count the mouth. Go research what those body systems do. Go research how you have a muscular system, a fucking skeleton system, a lymphatic system, which the immune system is a part of, which y'all be calling autoimmune diseases, and how you can't breathe and all this other stuff. Y'all need to understand that these are mucus buildups, cholesterol buildups, and y'all just not metabolizing correctly. Go look at your digestive system. Go look at your cardiac system. Y'all have so many different systems in your body that if I brought up some words right now, you probably wouldn't even know what it is. Do you know what a ganglia is? For example, I'm just giving y'all a point. Do y'all know that the ganglia is actually your chakra highways? Do y'all not understand that? This is your central points in your body. But you weren't ever taught this. But it's online. Go type in ganglia on Google and start seeing what you will find from these things, right? It's not that I'm trying to preach to y'all about my stuff. Guys, I'm just a weirdo that likes to lecture and look up information and study and grow and better myself. And through those findings, I'm finding some really, not hidden information, but information that people don't want to publicly talk about. Why? Because you believe in the doctors and the hospitals more than you believe in yourself. And I'm not knocking doctors, but here's the thing, I gotta say this. Y'all gotta understand that the hospitals are not designed to heal you. They are designed to give you pharmaceuticals and to give you surgeries. That is what these people go to school for. They get medical license to get pharmaceutical licenses or they get surgical licenses. Like those, that's why they go into school, y'all. So when y'all are trying to heal yourselves and get shit going, they're giving you antibiotics that is killing the bacterias that you actually need to heal you, right? And then they're also cutting you up, removing things in your body that we're basically saying nature created imperfections within you, and man has to come in and correct the mistake. Like, come on, y'all, let's be real. Nature is perfect. Man is making mistakes. We have to get back in codes with physiologies of all that stuff. But yeah, I get passionate about this stuff, so I ain't gonna go crazy on it or whatever.
We here.
But yeah, guys,
it's all about recenter and rebalance at the end of the day.
And
recenter and rebalance.
If how you feeling, man? You think it should be a short clip or an extension one? Or, we 40 minutes in, but it's free talk. Like, we just really want y'all to start asking questions. Yeah. Like, start knowing what you can do to heal yourself. I'm not telling you gotta just drop everything in your life and go hardcore fruitarian right now. I'm not saying that. But if you don't even know how to detox yourself, if you don't even know why you feel sluggish, why you feel backed up, why you have low energy, that's a problem. And that's what I'm trying to shine light on. That's what I brought my brother in for and stuff like that, because I just want to gain the awareness for you to be a self-teacher for yourself to start healing, because it's not about the money. This isn't about fame and trying to get pub and all that shit. No, this is about you understanding how to heal yourself at the end of the day. And if y'all need to use us as pillars of knowledge right now to do that, then we're ready for it, right? Because we just believe in the power of nature and the healing that it provides. And I was afraid to stand up with it because I have so many people going against nature around me right now that it's hard. And I know some of the conscious individuals out there, it's hard for y'all to do it too, because y'all are battling. We have been attacked mentally and spiritually so hard right now that it's hard to find the truths and the stuff. So just find it through love, y'all. If you are feeling genuine love from the recipient on the other end, follow that, man, because genuine love is the strongest code in the world right now. And love is hard to deceive when it's truth love, not those lustful loves, not those, I love you because you're rich love, or you have things that I need love. Genuine, I care about you and I want you to better your life love, y'all.
That's what we're here for.
You know what I'm saying?
High confidence, high vibration, high frequency.
So closing out, y'all. Yeah, he was about to cut off, but I gotta close it out. So this is the Frequency Healer, Freedom Thoughts. Tell them how to get a hold of you.
My underscore on Instagram. I'm only on Instagram. Holla at me, Freedom Thoughts.
Freedom Thoughts, y'all. And, I got the Frequency Healings website coming, and I got another Instagram page that I'm going to be branching off right now. Right now, I just got Vegan Ant as my thing, but all these things are going to be upgraded and stuff like that. And, y'all, we're going to be talking more, too, and you guys can tune in with us at any time. So thank you for loving yourself to tune in. We appreciate you guys, and comment, like, and share so we can build this community. This is powerful knowledge, y'all. Peace. One love.